Shut the gate! Huh? Shut the gate! Pippa, what are you doing?
If he doesn't want to put the team, you can get off. Give him a mouth. Way too far out, okay? Give him it.
Why? Where are you going? Where are your sister going? You just leaving here. I got a friend here. There's Cody. He's very good at football. Cody. He has short hair, so I have to do something that I know to look after me. Hi. Oh, you're going for lions? Skin picker. Hello. Yeah.
Big dog, how are you, son? How are you? Yep. Come on. Go forward. Go forward. See? I do it there. Jim's
Anyone that didn't go support back on the point was Johnty after
I'll take it the same.
not on the ball. Just go for a run for a bit. You get really lost, swap out. Stand still! Mark, you're going for Gus.
Doing it all the time!
Good kick on! Come on, Ike!
Oh, that's it. Good try. Is that 6?
Alright, 3 goals going back.
See you soon, okay?
Yeah, because they had to play on the full, right? Yeah, they were doing it but then they'll also play and then two guys in the competition, so it's great. They're all good. want to sit on that metal thing there, and they also. I don't know you want that. I want to go sit on the metal thing. Let's go. It's fun. Oh.
Soft tractor.
Pippa, it's time to go. Pippa, time to go.
Hey mate, you alright? Yeah, you always don't get crook out in the country. Shut up. Why not? Far away.
we could do is we go. I would do it after it. It's probably easy to make it.
You need a North Albany sheet, don't you?
Oh, I got a North Albany sheet
You
now.
got one now?
Yeah.
You got ours, so you're right. Okay.
Yep, thank you.
Did you get another one? There's been an update from North.
Oh, an update. Hi. Thank you.
Here we go. Good job. You going another one? Good job, Good. Oh. I'm done. Done skipping.
We're just talking about how strong Uncle Dan was after his last game.
Can you hold these? And then fingers around?
Come a bit closer. Come a bit closer. Now you gotta come closer. There you go, that's a flat path now. Right, you guys gonna play on the playground or what?
Come closer.
That's it.
Go, set, go. Oh, my turn. Okay, don't do it yet.
look.
This one. Look.
Yeah. No.
Let's go, Mum. Come on.
G'day footy fans, welcome to Albany, where it's a round 11 of the Great Southern Footy League. We've got a, an interesting matchup, top versus bottom, and right now it is North Albany is going to get the first shot on goal. I do apologise, got a very small screen to look at the moment, and it is a goal to the Kangas. They get underway. And is the upset on? Sound the siren. Be back very shortly. Yeah, mate, okay. Well, thanks very much for your patience, folks. We are about 4 minutes into this contest. Just one goal in it. It's to the Kangas, but it is Railways with the ball, heading towards the northern end of Save the Sheep Stadium. It's that centre half forward where a tussle emerges, and no one is coming out of that. It'll be a ball. My name's Phil Hurden. Hope you've enjoyed the first 4 minutes. As we do have from this stoppage, North Albany trying to clear at the moment. So we've got the teams in their traditional jumpers. Railways are top of the table. North Albany at the other end. And for Railways, their 9-game winning streak came to a halt last week at the hands of the Albany Sharks. And for North Albany, their sole win this season has been courtesy of a game against Royals. So it's been in this area for a little bit. So I think that's Antoinette. It will be the Roos with the clearance. So Railways, the Tigers, heading to the left of your screen. Haven't really got any closer than 30 metres in front. Just the one goal so far. Shepherd centres the ball. Tigers are going to try a different way home here. And I'm just noting that the Tigers team have different numbers than what they have on Play HQ. So I'm going to be going off those sheets for you now. It is with Cohen Marwick. Marwick from Cookerran Dumbalyoung last year has managed to get inside the bigger right ones, and it's a 1 goal apiece. Back in the middle. Yeah, I do apologise, folks. I do not have rosters that I can see two teams at the same time at the moment, which means it's going to be interesting until there's a break to get all this lined up. So I might just have to call some action and some numbers and the names. Hopefully you know who they are. We'll fill in as best I can. Railways in front of the trees providing a little bit of shade. It's a 15-degree day. Not sure if you saw any AFL action earlier from the Gold Coast, the Q Clash, where it was very wet and rainy. Weather conditions all around the country, but this looks beautiful. Partially cloudy is the forecast. There is a thunderstorm coming to Albany, but not until tomorrow. Last time they met, well, they've met twice so far this year. Both wins to Railways. 49 points in round one back on Anzac Day. Last time they met up at Collingwood Park, 160 points. These two teams coming off last start losses. North Albany to Mount Barker by 101 points, where they were outscored 7-0 in the final quarter. And for Railways, they went down to the Sharks of Albany, of course based just across the way. So 1 goal apiece at the moment. About 10 minutes gone of the first quarter. I think the person on the field doing the hardest work at the moment is the umpire doing all the ball ups. 50 metres out. Nice tap in the direction, I think, of Barnett. Going to be Tigers free. No time wasted. To the top of the square. There's a target. Couldn't take the mark. Little bouncing grubber. 5 metres in front of goal. There's a pack descending. Umpire letting it go until it can go no more. And there'll be another stop. And that is out of bounds on the full. Looks to be Dion on the full. Kangas ball deep in their pocket. So I've got number 19. Who's Rhett Hassel for North Albany. I managed to get the team sheet from North Albany and make the changes before the first half. I had the chance to do it for Railways. And I do believe this is Hayden Parker, so in their list on social media, Parker was an omission. He's certainly there. And the goal kicking machine bags another one. Hayden Parker, 63rd goal of the season, coming off a 4-goal effort last week. And just like that, it's Railways 2 straight. North Albany Kangas 1 straight, with Phil Hurden battling through some technical gremlins. Thank you for your patience. We are looking at Keep the Sheep Stadium at Lockyer Avenue Centennial Park. Railway sitting atop the Great Southern League table at 9-1. North Albany, the Kangas, sitting at 1-9. You can tell it's been a good day for Railways so far. We'll give you some scores from the other grades at the next break. North Albany I think they've only really been deep forward once, and they managed to kick a goal. So they got a chance here. Jackson Ray, number 18. And he's going to bottle it up. Get back into this one. Ruck-tack ricochets, but North Albany have some numbers. I've got that as Ewan on my old list. It may be a completely different player because it looks like the team sheet's different to Play HQ. So be it. Or at least the Play HQ team from last week. What I'm going to do, folks, is I'm going to take 3 minutes for you to watch this vision. I'm going to sort out these amended numbers, and I'll be back with 2 team lists I can actually call off to call some footy for you. Apologies, be back in a sec.
This way, this way.
What did Rat do? What's that? Cuddled you? Oh, no cuddle. No cuddle. Careful on that wall there, kiddo.
Alrighty folks, apologies for all that. My name's Phil Hurden. I've got 2 team lists I can call off of now, which is a great relief. All my numbers in numeric order. So a 6-point lead to Railways at the moment. It's David Arthur. Kicks it out of... the top of the 50-metre arc. Here's a chance for the Kangas. Snap around the body towards the top of the square through some hands. Lurking is Keen. He's met by, well, 2 Tigers in the vicinity. It's going to be a throw in. So being top versus bottom, it's actually going to be a ball up right by that boundary line. Coming in was O'Meara with the big thump. He gets it back. Ross comes in just before Ross can almost give him a half Nelson. It goes out of bounds. Another throw in. Fairly young boundary umpire there in front of the Wellington and Reeves sign. Sort of a sidearm boundary tap. Tigers look to work it around the back, which they do, and spot up Schroer. Schroer kicked 1 goal. That was against these Kangas back in round 1. Probably won't get too many from that far out. So Railways trying to be a little bit methodical here. Establish a little bit of dominance and rhythm. Kick towards the wing is free kick mark, take the pick. Infringement by Arthur. Sits now, I think, with Schroer, who started this early, and they've worked it to the half-back flank. Now the kick down the wing through the arms of Barnett and out of bounds. No last disposal rule here. It is something I see a little bit in some of the leagues I follow around the country. Something, to be honest, I generally don't mind. But boundary throw it is. Here we go. Woof. And Rucks go to it. Tap to Railways. They'll work it around the back, kick around the body. Bouncing ball. If it's sat, they are off. Waiting for it now is Varley. He's got it. Avoids one. Spin to the right. Kicks to centre half forward. Through some hands, just a little bit too hot, I think, for Hayden Leo, who's The Colts captain getting another run, his 6th game this year for Railways. But it's going to be a free kick. Brody Simic into the pocket, and now it's the Kangas' turn to play a little bit of possession football. A little bit indecisive on the kick. North Albany good enough to get away under pressure. Now it spills out the back. First there should be, I think, Davies. He's brought to ground. And the kick heads to the outer side. 22.5 minutes gone. If you've just joined us, it's been goal, well, North Albany got the first goal. Railways got the last two. Low scoring contest, and what looks to be, by all intents and purposes, there is a little bit of breeze, and it is from the north-northwest, about 15 kilometres an hour. So, in theory, that favours North Albany. You have the ball. Shot on goal 45 metres out. Just need to pick this player. He's dobbed it. We've got ourselves a tied football game. I do apologise, not able to pick up who that is. So with that, Railways obviously heavy favourites. 2 strong wins the last 2 times they've met. One side here, got 5 games left of the season. One side, well, hoping to get top 2, at least get the double chance. Railways hold mine a premiership position at the moment. In that battle with Mount Barker and the Sharks. Sort of the 6-team Great Southern Football League is sort of divided into the top 3 and the bottom 3. What's interesting is one of the bottom 3 will actually make the finals. North Albany, despite the one win, if they get a wriggle on against some of the other lower ranked teams in the last round robin series, if they win both, they've got half a chance of maybe featuring in semi-finals. Percentage will play a difference, I guess, today. Even if they can't win against Railways, keep that margin as low as possible. If there are other teams that they're battling for that last spot, being Royals and Denmark Walpole, get beat up a bit. It is top 3 versus bottom 3 today, I should add. The other games, Albany and Denmark Walpole. In theory, it's 3rd versus 4th, but they're only separated by about 3 wins. It's a 2nd versus 2nd last today, Mount Barker and Royals, and it's 1st versus last right here, Railways and North Albany. 50-metre penalty. Little dab kick into the middle. Finds Matt Ozell. See the scoreboard there, 24 minutes gone. Fly from the back. In the end taken by, I suspect that was Willie. And spills out of bounds. From the back was Wilcox. Sends it to Sumic. Sumic is tackled straight away. Railways with the clearance. That looks like the quarter time siren. Alrighty. 2 goals apiece here at Railway, save the Sheep Stadium. Are we in for an upset this afternoon? Or are Railways just getting warmed up? We'll take a break, get a bit of composure happening here with all the technical stuff. You're watching the Great Southern Footy League, thanks to Filming Footy. Welcome back. Second quarter action here. Southern Footy League A-grade game between the league leading Railways Tigers and the one-win North Albany Kangas. But you wouldn't know it from the scoreboard. That's all locked away. 2 goals apiece. Teams have swapped ends, got words from their coaches, and again it's going to be North Albany with the clearance. A deep penetrating kick inside forward 50. Going down to get it for the Tigers was Biowan, but the kick's away and it's going to be marked within, well, definitely within kicking range. And I reckon this might have been the lad who had the shot before, number 4, who, yeah, okay. North Albany sent a late list. There is no number 4 on the team sheet, so number 8, that would explain it. Travis Conn has kicked the goal. I reckon that's his second. And with that, North Albany have kicked the first goal of the first and the first goal of the second, and they have a 6-point lead. Not exactly alarm stations for Railways just yet, but the longer the Kangas can stay in it. I think with the breeze direction, a slight breeze favouring the end that Railways are now kicking to. It was about 17 kilometres an hour at the Albany airport, thanks to the geometeorology. So, a little bit. That's Captain Jaden Scott, who's back in the side with a kick, bouncing ball inside forward 50. They charge out to meet it. Picking it up, Joe Want. Handball and hope. There's a lot of Tigers behind the play, but a free kick given away. And it will go the way... No, it'll actually go the Tigers' way. I'm not sure if this league has the umpires pointing in the direction the free kick's going to. I'm pretty sure that arm was out. At least the traditional Aussie rules way of going the way of North Albany. So, kick here. We'll see the breeze right on 50. Won't make the distance, I don't think. We'll land about 5 metres out. And it will be thumped over the line. No, it's kept in. Beautiful pick up and delivery. Back from whence it came. Just pitter-pattering it forward. That's Brody Sumich tapping it on. Good meterage. It's a yardage surely. Good distance. Covered by North Albany. The young lad with the slingshot throw in. Brownbridge wearing 49 today. Kick by North Albany. Only got as far as the scoreboard. Now it's a chance to centre it to Stubber. I'm not sure it was Stuber or Stubber. I'm going to go with Stubber for that afternoon. I'm sure if I got that wrong, the complaints will flood in from the Railways Club. But Cohen Marwick, you think too far out to score. He kicks between the square and the arc. There's a fly. Is there a crumb? There is, but no. Alan Curtis, who this time last year, Alan Curtis was playing 16s. Played 13 games in the 16s, 5 games in the Cs. Played 3 league games last year. This year he's balanced 3 games in the Cs and 6 in the As. Also this year played for the Great Southern Storm in the Colts and the Claremont Futures. So he's almost got to wake up each day and think, who am I playing for this week? Got a point on the board. Now that's enough to give Railways the narrowest of margins as it heads out of bounds. Throw in. Plenty of cars parked around the vicinity. Of course, it's a sporting complex, this part of the city. Just across the road, we've got the Retrovision Stadium, which is the Albany Sharks and the Royals, and already Railways fans, I hope they're not thinking a week ahead, because they've still got this game to win. But next week, of course, it's the cross-street rivalry, Railways and Royals. Always a big event in the South Coast. But that's next week. This week, it's been all Railways all day. 16s, Colts, Bees. I'll give you some scores when I get a chance. And again, Albany with the chance going, North Albany with the chance. Nothing much in the way of clear possession at the moment, just handballing, pretty much handballing teammates into spots of bother, but found one in a bit of space. I think that was Daniel Parker in the mix to that, it was. Meantime, the kick has been marked. So, Railways will look to bring it down the broadcast side, which I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's the club room side here at Railways, the western side, as it's with Valley. Valley now, on to Joel Wants off, down the boundary line he goes, inside 50 with the kick, front and square, good pickup was Parker, the forward with a handball. I'm not sure that's a rare thing or not down this part of the world, it is in most leagues. Meanwhile, the kick, Seth Hamley, I thought for a moment was going the wrong way to goal, but no, there was a teammate for the uncontested mark by the goal line. So North Albany trailing by a point, heading in the Sumich direction. Battling hard is Wilcox. He's had a busy day in ruck so far, and he's about to go up in battle once again. If you just joined us, it is Railways 2-1. Actually, that's a free kick given away. Okay. I did say it was Railways in front. I did make the mistake because North Albany kicked the first goal. So it is North Albany 3 straight. This is for the lead if true. And it is. So it's North Albany on the scoreboard 3-1. Sorry, it is Railways 3-1-19. North Albany 3 straight 18. I believe that was Jaden Scott with the goal. Or was it Beatty stuff? I think it was Beatty stuff. One of those days. Back in the middle, you can see on your screens how much of a beautiful day it is in Albany today. 15 degrees, a little bit of breeze makes it feel like 12. Kudos to Curtis, our cameraman, bringing you some great pictures this afternoon. When I asked him what was his verdict on the weather, he said cold. I suggested he have a look at some other footy games around the country this weekend. This looks the pick of them as far as weather conditions go. Tigers tap, Kangas clearance. It's my number 8, Con, who was in the middle of all that. As is now Sumich. Gee, I mean, I have not seen these two teams before. You might have noticed that. This does not look like a first versus last footy game at the moment. Look, it might well by the final quarter. I know North Albany ran out of gas last week and didn't score and let Mount Barker kick 7 goals, and what was a 50-point game became 101. And there's a turnover marked by Ross. Ross is going to... He was looking around for a runner. Nobody was running. They were all unawares. So he's going to go back. From the edge of 50, you'll get a good idea of what the breeze is doing. It does for a little shot. Oh, gee, out the back, soccer! Across the face. Oh, my goodness. North Albany still a chance here. Picked up and snapped. Celebrate off the boot. I reckon that's Kobe Keane, the captain. The more and more this game goes on, the more and more the upset alert builds. And with that, I'm checking. Score hasn't quite registered yet. We will in a sec. It has now. North Albany, the Kangas, the one-win Kangas, are 4 straight 24, and Railways, the one-loss league leaders, are 3-1-19 at the Tigerland, aka Save the Sheep Stadium. 9 minutes into the second. Of course, for the 4-quarter game, this is a lot closer and a lot different than what I thought I was going to see in preparing for this footy game. Back in the middle again, North Albany pushing it forward. I mean, they've kicked 4 straight, haven't missed. Great conversion from reasonably limited opportunities. Kick towards Parker. Parker picks it up. He knows where those goals are. He's got 2. Goal number 64 for the season. And just like that, the lead changes. So if I've got this right, I think that's about the 6th lead change we've had in this game. Chance to tell you what happened earlier today. Of course, we kicked off just after 9 o'clock with the 16s. And there are 2 of the cellar dwellers in the 16s comp. Railways got their second win of the year. 8-6-54 defeated North Albany 4-7-31. 23-point win to Railways. North Albany 1 win there in 6th. The Colts was 32-19 in favour of Railway. 13-point win. Railways are first. That takes them to 9-0. North Albany are third at 4-5. I'll give you the Bs in a sec. Again, they're doing great in the middle at the moment. And are the Kangas, and Railways are having to create things from defence. They've moved it to centre wing. Underground hand pass from Valley. It's got a runner now. I think that was Banbridge towards the line, bouncing through for another behind. So by my calc, that puts Railways have doubled their lead, 4-2-26. North Albany 4 straight. The B grade game, by the way, pretty much one-way traffic. Railways first at 1-15-12, 102 to 139, so that's a 93-point win. They got a chance here. North Albany with the pickup. Looking in the direction of Con. Scrimmage developing 45, 55 out. The team's had some changes. Now, again, Bo Veldman and Maxwell Swarbrick were the 2 emissions. Hayden Leo and Jaden Scott. So one of the Colts players and the captain back in for Railways. So 2 changes there. Looks to be a throw-in on the outer wing. For North Albany, 7 changes. So out were Ray, Parker, McKenzie, Coyne, Lowson. No, these are the ins, my apology. The outs are Smith, Bennett, O'Farrell, Spangenberg, Roberts, Pickering, and Hefferman Backshaw. Wasn't doing that all afternoon. Coming in, Jackson Ray, Daniel Parker, Jeremiah McKenzie, Anthony Coyne, Judson, Lowson, Brody Sumich, I thought a bit today, and John and Antonio Lee. North Albany's ball, speaking Antonio Lou, and apologies if I butchered that name. If it's any consolation, John, you won't be the only one today. From the centre wing. And the longer they can keep the scrimmage, this strikes me as a fairly low-scoring game in terms of the conditions. Maxwell Big Thumb, I think he has been massive. Sorry, Drew Wilcox from North Albany, he's been massive for them so far. In them just moving the ball forward and often getting the first clearance. And I say that, and of course it's O'Meara who gets the tap this time, but to no great effect. This is round 11. If it was an ice hockey game, we've just started the third period. We're into the third of the minor round. It's a 16 league, 3 round robin series of 5 games each. In round 10, everybody's played each other home and away. And this is the last 5-game round robin series. So the last time these two teams you think will meet this season, given its first versus last, but as I mentioned, it's a final 4 in the 6-team comp, and the 4th team has got about 3 wins. Not totally out of range this yet. Getting away from his opponent was Ozil, get the hand pass across into the pocket, and there's a grab. And there's my mate Travis Conn, who I have down for 2 goals already. In front of the Chester Pass Terry White Chemist sign. Got a few sponsors to thank. Filming footy, giving you the pictures. Dartfish, Classic Flashes, custom by ORTC, High Five e-bikes. The mark of the year thanks to AGFL, Kimberley Accommodation, the gold of the year, Great Southern Fuel Supplies and Delta. Kick across the face. Oh, no, it wasn't across the face. It was a beautiful pass, which was dropped. And in the end, Keane ran into a whole lot of trouble. And that's holding the ball. And it's Hayden Leo possibly with the tackle. I said one of the 2 ins today with the tackle. Kick though, only as far as Jaron Woods. There's it. Broadcast side, edge of the centre square. Up they fly. A few were up at Sparrows real early on some of the flies there. But all good. Now's the chance. Railways in transition. What have they got? They got a bit of run on the outer side. Quick kick up, looking in the direction of Joel Want. Getting a fair bit of defensive pressure. And in yet it sits with Stubber. Stubber's kick towards McNamara. Long way out. Looking back and finding, that's got to be Parker. I'll confirm the number in a sec. A bit slow getting up. I'm going to have to go back on the socials and check it out. I'm pretty sure he wasn't named on Facebook. It was just a ruse. Can't miss territory once he gets up. He's broken his leg, and it doesn't look to be the case. Plenty of fans in the cars, you can see there. And a beautiful day in Albany. As, well, Hayden Parker's having a show day. That's his 3rd. And with that, just waiting for the scoreboard. We've hit 18 minutes of the 2nd quarter. And with that, we've actually got our biggest lead of the game. Railways are 5-2, that's 32. North Albany are 4 straight 24. If you joined us late, that was very lucky because you missed all the technical issues at the start. 2 goals apiece at quarter time. So since then, Railways have kicked 5 goals too. Well, they've kicked 3-2 for the quarter, 5-2 for the game. And North Albany have kicked another 2 straight to match the 2 straight in the first. Not sure 2 goals a quarter is going to do it. Going to have to put on a mighty fine defensive effort if that's the case. So for one of the first times, it's Railways going forward from the centre clearance, Millen Jaggi. It's going to be a free kick to go the way of Cohen Marwick. Too far out to score. Centres it up to the hot spot beautifully. This time it's not Parker, but it should be a high percentage shot on goal. And this is going to be Shane Brambridge, who's kicked 1 goal this season from 10 games. And that 1 goal was back in round 1 against these very same Kangaroo outfit. He nails it, and just like that, North Albany have kicked the last few. So he gets plenty of congratulations from his teammates. And that is the 4th goal for Railways. They're starting to motor now. 6-2-38. North Albany, 4 straight 24. So Railways coming off their first loss. A little shell-shocked in that first quarter. They were jumped last week by the defending premiers, the Albany Sharks. 38 points they trailed with by quarter time. Have a look at how they start their games. They were at the 27 at the half, and then Albany went on with it, leading by 31 at 3-quarter time, and 36. Of course, Railways, the Tigers, known for a little while as East Albany, which I don't quite get, given their ground now, grounds, but located at the moment to the west of Albany and the Royals. Formed 1946, looking for their first flag since 2022. They've won 4 premierships since the Great Southern Reformation in 1991. 2 back-to-backers, 2012, 2013, 21, 22. Last year they finished in the finals, but were knocked out in the knockout semi-final by the Bulls, aka Mount Barker. They've got the ball, turnover here, 2-1 Kangas, good pick-up, but was it a throw or was it a push in the back? I think by the way this is looking, it's going to be an infringement. It's going to go the way of Blake Tyso. Tyso's kick. Gee, maybe the breeze is... Either he didn't really connect with that or the breeze is stronger than it feels here. Because, yeah, I'm surprised that one didn't get anywhere near the goal line. But, Kanga's still a chance here as Wilcox kicks around the body. Ray trying to get into it. Hit hard was Mike Mitchell-Geddes. Brambridge, who kicked the last goal, was brought to ground level. If he pins it in, he could be in trouble. I reckon he is in trouble. Oh, no, we ball up. Okay. Probably the best situation Brambridge could have hoped for. He got the tap. This forces another stop. So looking at the time clock, 22.5 minutes gone. I think the first one went 27. Quick clearance to Railways. Kanga's going back to go forward, which they'll do now. And given the space, probably should have done a little better. That one right down the throat. The Railways defender. I have a feeling that was Scott. Actually, was Scott with that. Free kick given away though. Matt Orzell with the ball. He was the Kangas' second best last week in their 101-point defeat at Mount Barker, where they were I mean, 50-point margin at three-quarter time isn't catastrophic if you're running 1-1 game, but 7 goals to 0 in the final quarter. The kick's gone forward. And despite the pleading of jumper pulling by Brock Lathery, instead the ball sits with Travis Conner. I've got for 2 goals. He's had a couple of shots. He's had them from actually all over the compass. He's had one from the left pocket, from the right pocket. He's bagged 2. Based on that last kick on goal from the Kangas, the distance I'm not so sure about. That one, never in doubt. Not a problem. Con has 3. The Kangas have 5. They're 5 for 5. With that, they just stay in touch. 24 and a half gone. Railways. 6-2, 38. North Albany, 5 straight. So that's 11 goals too. I have seen plenty of games at a much higher level, not this accurate. In the end, we'll go again. So 8 points the margin, half-time imminent. Don't want to sound like an English cricketer, but moral victories. North Albany showing that they can match it pretty well with the league leaders in a half of football. Question is, can they match it for 4 quarters? Good news, we'll find out in about an hour and a half. You can see the intensity of it's just dropped a little. Nobody's really running here at the moment. Waiting for that halftime siren to sound. Somewhere out of order that, I think that was Scott with the kick. Bounds towards the forward 50 of Railways. Bounds out of bounds. So a chance. Have Railways got a sort of a set play in them where the ruck can get a tap down to a runner in space, you can get the quick shot on goal. Marwick nominates for the ruck. He gets the tap. He gets a player in space. Maybe it was. This is Stubble with the kick in the Parker direction. Gets the ball, spins around. And yes, that was almost play of the day. From the ruck tap to the clearance to the pickup to the snap. And that's where it just went slightly awry. Another behind the Railways. They got a 6-3. That's 39. North Albany has said 5 straight, 39 points the margin. Good kick out. Finds David Arthur in the southwesterly pocket. Not too far from the clubrooms there. We'll bring it down in front of St. Claverns where a pack descends. Front and square gets kind of squished. Bit of head down footy. You always find that difficult these days. We want to protect the head. Okay, you make touch with the head, it's a free. But what if you pick the ball up and you're charging head first? That's not on the defender. I never want to be an umpire. Tap at the back to no avail, and a little bit of a ragdoll kind of throw there by Woods. Just a little bit of survival here, trouble. As Ozell is tackled. North Albany reply the favour on want. That was by Wilcox. Will go up in the ruck against Brambridge. That's been the main ruck battle today, and they lock horns again. I'm not saying the game is going to rest on what happens here. A goal to Railways here would just give them that momentum into half-time. You think they would build on it, but if North Albany can match them as they are right now, need a mark, which they get. This is to Brandon Woods. Woods has got a juke and jive a bit. Now it's the turnover, but look at the amount of red around the ball carrier. And that, I reckon, is half-time. It is. Railways have the lead, but the Kangas are right in it. After having 2 goals apiece in the first quarter, in that quarter, Railways, I've got them at 6 goals 3. Just let me check that. Yeah, 6 goals 3. So they kicked 4 goals 3 to Kangas, who kicked. Well, they've got 5 for the game. They kicked 3 for the quarter. So you're with Phil Hurden on commentary. You've got Curtis on camera. You're watching the Great Southern Football League. Thanks to Filming Footy. Well, welcome back, folks. Hope you enjoyed your halftime break. Thanks to Filming Footy. This is the Great Southern Footy League. Game between Railways and North Albany. It's been, well, Railways in front is not the surprise. But we do want to thank Rainbow Coast Insurance, Filming Footy, Don't Fish, Classic Clashes, Custom by RTC, High 5 e-bikes, AGFL Mark of the Year, Kimberley Accommodation Group Goal of the Year, almost had one for Hayden Parker, Great Southern Fuel Supplies and Delta Ag. In all Railways in the other grades, this game was tied 2 goals apiece at quarter time. Railways edging their noses in front by 9 here at the main break. North Albany have the breeze. Can they keep it close going into the last stanza and just start to make Railways worry, or can Railways start putting a gap in it and then cruise for home and the 4 premiership points? It's with the Tigers. Beautiful pinpoint pass. Spots up Varley, just outside 50, into the pocket, looking in the path of want. Didn't quite get the pass he wanted, and then he got tackled in the field of play. A couple of free car parks out on that other side, might have been the earlier games, which the 16s, a 23-point win to Railways, the Colts, a 13-point win to Railways, and the Bees, a 93-point win to Railways. Do have one other score in the Great Southern Footy League. It is, you can almost see it from here. Retrovision Stadium. Got bored. We could have just got Curtis on camera to go long range. Albany at home, 9-9-63. So the Sharks leading the Magpies of Denmark Walpole, who are 6-4-40. That is third versus fourth. It's about 3 or 4 win difference in a 6-team league that really is split into 2 3-team competitions. Now, as I mentioned, North Albany are not out of playing finals. There are 5 games to go. 2 possible wins, you would think, against Denmark Walpole and Royals. With those, they've got 3, and they're in the mix. And a shock here would put Cat amongst the Pigeons. Absolutely. But Railways ball, they have the lead, and they have it with a shot on goal from the Albany Prestige Realty sign. Kick that will send short. Not much there has gone with distance today. I think there was one from Con of North Albany that did the distance. And now I got a claim mark. This one's closer. Kane Shepherd has 13 goals from his 9 games. He was a junior with the Katanninga Wanderers. Of course, they're part of the upper Great Southern Football League, not the Great Southern Football League. Please don't get those confused. 40 metres out. This one is right on the line. Done by the Kangas defence. There's a don't argue that could get you a tribunal visit depending on where it lands. Ouch. I think that was Logan Stubber who, I don't think I get into a bar fight with him. But anyway, could have been in a bar fight with too many, to be honest. Here come the Kangas with a bit of pace on the far side. It's Brody Sumich into some space. They could almost raffle it, but coming through now is Mitchell Geddes. He's tackled. The car comes roaring past him. Well, ended up with Ray. He's got it on. It's in the pocket. It's edging ever closer, and of course there's no last disposal rate. It's in front of that station wagon with the rear boot pull up. Can't call it a boot. We call it a storage area. People enjoying that view of the game. So it's Ross in ruck with Brambridge in the end. I think either of them got a touch. Now it's with Captain Scott showing his class to create space when it didn't exist and kick it forward. And in the end, Ozil tries to escape from Lombardini And Lombardini says, not from me, mate. And almost a single-handed takedown. Deemed all legal and fine. We've got another stoppage. Wilcox, high kick. This cannot have gone 15, so nobody attempts to mark it. Railways under the pump defensively. That was Coyne's kick. It's inside 50, tackle laid. Umpire lurking, says my ball. Another North Albany goal here, and things get really, really interesting. As other games around the country have pretty much all wound up, it's just the last of the Saturday afternoon games are out here in the west. In case you're looking at Albany on the south coast of Western Australia. Its most historical things, it was the last port of call for the Anzacs before they left in late 1914 to travel first to Egypt and then to Gallipoli. This was the last port where they all marshalled and got on the boats. This was the last part of Australia they saw. Many of them never saw again. To the back. Beautiful handoff and shot is missed. Wow. I'm not 100% sure on the player. It was a little quick, could have been Coyne. Sorry if it wasn't. And this is the Great Southern Footy League. Go fetch your own footy. Thankfully, and it's really bright. I don't see that a lot of other country games. There's a gate behind the goals. That is whoever designed that. Smart thinking to you. Nothing players love more than trying to jump over fences when the gate's 100 metres away. Meanwhile, that's a good kick out. Finds Declan Willie. Gets a hand pass on. Railways turn with the ball. I don't think we had a score except for the 1 point to North Albany. Sits with Marwick. Now it's Railways' turn to attack. Attacking the ball hard was Lombardini. This time he's the one tackled, and tackled unfairly, they said, by Coyne. I know. I'm going to have to get used to these umpires. I just see arms outstretched, and I think it's a different signal than what they actually do. So, need to get used to the local way of doing things here. First time I've caught a Great Southern Footy League game. It's been entertaining. Dorman spots up Keane. Kick sort of between and an unfortunate slip in the shade provided by the club rooms here. Of course, this is Save the Sheep Park. You might be wondering, how did we get to that? Well, Railways Football Club, this is the Railways Football and Sports Club, is a cricket team and other sports here as well. They had a raffle for the naming rights to the Oval for a year. Now this raffle, according to the media report I checked, raised $61,000, so you wouldn't get an Oval sponsorship. Right? And it was won by a gentleman called Alan McFarlane. Now, Alan McFarlane runs a furniture business or empire, depending on your interpretation, but not here in Albany. So it wasn't much point putting his furniture business because nobody here could go to it without a road trip. He's also part of a couple of councils and causes, and one of them was Live Sheep. So, save the sheep it was. Meanwhile, Captain Scott to Parker, the two veterans trying to combine but just couldn't get there. And it will be a throw-in. So that's how we've ended up. Save the Sheep Stadium, otherwise known as Tigerland, or maybe its most official standard title, Railways Oval. Mention a little about Railways and their history. North Albany goes back to 1897. They're based at Collingwood Park. So there's, of this 16 comp, 4 are in the Albany vicinity. 3 are within a 500 metres of each other. 2 other clubs are just across the road at Stadium. And then you've got Mount Barker up the road and Denmark Walpole along the coast. Here's a chance for Railways. Half forward flank. Don't think they have scored anything yet, but they've got half a chance here after a clean pick up. Hand pass from Scott. They're handballing it to find the open play. They're going to get a shot away. Where's that ball? There it is. Spills out the back. Boundary line lurking. North Albany trying to keep it in. Not sure that's the best idea, concede. This boundary line's your friend, because if you turn it over, the team might score, in this case just at behind. I think that's Railway's first score of the quarter. They go to 6-4-40, North Albany 5-1-31, so 9 points. Both teams in the opening 10 minutes or so of this quarter, maybe 9 minutes, have kicked it behind each, and I think it's hard to tell. North Albany have the breeze, but low scoring affair. You'd think with the breeze they'd want goals, but low scoring affair keeps it close to something chaotic in the final few minutes. Thank Rainbow Coast Insurance Brokers, their support of this competition and our coverages. Filming footy, giving you, I think, 2 games in the Great Southern Football League today. Not sure if anybody thought this was going to be the close one. Don't have anything from the Mount Barker Royals game. Not sure if we are the close one, but it certainly is a close one. Railways trying to create a buff. I think they've got Logan Stubber with it from the edge of 50. Parker the target, plenty of red around him. Parker comes in to play a bit of defence. Helps to force the ball loose. Out of order, that umpire's found a free, and it's going the way of the Tigers. Certainly, I think, reward for effort. You would have to say that's, given the amount of players. Jackson Lombardini kicks goal number 6 for the season. His last club, and I've been learning a bit about different country leagues. Nukami in the Eastern District Football League. He's got his first, and in the context of the game, that's a big one. We've got a game-high lead. Yep, it really has been a goal-for-goal footy game. First time I think we've hit double digits. Certainly we haven't hit 15 so far. So Railways, 7-4-46. North Albany, 5-1-31. Railways, for the first time today, have more than a 2-goal buffer. Of course, the Great Southern Footy League still in celebratory mode after winning Division 2 in the WA Country Championship. Many of these players in that squad. If there's 6 teams, 25-person squad, you've got, or maybe more than that in the squad, you've probably got, on average, 5 players from each club in there. This ball coming back, because it's a ball up. So you wouldn't want it to be in Albany Creek. Ray with the tap from behind. Going to be a Kangas clearance. Umpire letting it go, which was the right thing. In the end, escaping with it was Ozell. Didn't quite meet the target. There's Ozell going back again. Went to do his own laundry. Somewhere in there. Who's going to take it? It's going to be Tigers, Mitchell Geddes. Geddes elects for the effective kick that keeps possession. Go down the eastern wing. Tigers work it well down there. Now we're in front of the scoreboard. I think that was Shepherd getting it forward. Looking for want, and in the end, out of bounds. Next goal, I think will decide how this contest is going to wrap up. If North Albany can get it, well, it just stays within a couple of goals and we wait for Railways to break it open maybe at some point. That's the theory. If Railways get the next one, suddenly they're more than 3 goals in front, and I think they'll take it home there. Interesting effort. I think that was by Sumic to run interference. That would have probably been a free if it wasn't a mark. Now it's at centre half forward. Parker this time, he does some good team things, does Parker. Kick, passes the ball on. I think that's bounced through, and it has. Valen Curtis, the youngster, played 16s football last year, so I reckon that means he's not old enough to have a drink. Kicks his first goal of the day and his 10th of the season. I'm just going to mark that one down. At the 14-minute mark. I'm told I need to note down 2 goals and 2 marks. Well, I've got a goal. Better keep an eye out for some marks pretty soon. Do you want to talk about, by the way, if you are a Tigers or a Kangas fan, and if you're not exactly sure how you found us, a couple of events to tell you about coming up at the next break and play. North Albany now in a situation where they need the next one. Okay, let's start August the 2nd. This is for Tigers fans, and look, this is just anyone. But the Railways Football and Sporting Club proudly present the Country Bumpkin Quiz Night and Silent Auction. Dress as your favourite country bumpkins, that's off the throw-in. Come dressed as your best hillbilly, flanos or florals. Saturday the 2nd of August at Keep the Sheep Stadium. Tables of 8 are 120 per table. Doors open at 5:30 for a 6:30 p.m. start. Fantastic. I've heard of Bogan Bingo. I've never heard of Country Bumpkin Quiz Night. Sounds fun. Sounds good. Some will probably have to go to a lot of effort. Some turn up as you are. So that's what the Tigers fans can look forward to. The following week, we have a throw in here. Just waiting for the next time, so I don't want to too much more. Some people refuse to concede the stoppage. Marek is one of those. So is Keane. He managed to avoid 2 to get that man. So that's a lot of work. As was the work by Ewan. Okay. Kangas fans. Saturday the 9th of August. Well, you know, while the Tigers dress up in their fannies, you can just dress up. Cocktail attire for the NAFC cocktail party. 7 p.m, August the 9th. At, doesn't say where it is, I should probably check. Maybe you can check that out now. We'll be welcoming you with a free drink upon arrival, and there will be a live band and catering. 65 per person, 120 for a couple of 2. Don't have to be related or in a relationship. 2 tickets, 120. That's the Kangas. Oh dear, oh my, me, oh my. I've got a calling colleague who plays baseball in Texas. He goes, oh man, oh man. As Geddes lays the tackle, that's a turnover. Downfield 2. Just the first signs of it starting to come apart for North Albany. And Railways, the Tigers, look ready to pounce. It's going to be Mitch Geddes, who had this on the half-back line. Elects not to have a shot for goal. On to Marwick. Marwick's kick down the field. Parker lurks. Off hands. Oh, don't tell me they're going to go to snap. Yes, they are. Beautiful teamwork. It ended up with Joel Wan. I reckon I got my 2 goals. At least I got 2 goals at this point for the AFL Goal of the Year contenders. Just the work under pressure there. And yeah, this game is starting to come adrift. With that, it's 8-3-53 to 5-1-31. The margin is now 22 points. And in this quarter, better check feeling it might be one more than that. There's another one. Gee, that was quick. That was mighty quick. I was just checking the score. I've looked up and they've gone bang. The scorer is Bo McEwen. And you always felt in this game it was a case of when would Railways just blow it open? Well, that's exactly what they're doing right now. And our scoreboard is probably struggling to keep up. It's just recorded another goal. A goal at the 19-minute mark, 59 to 31. 28-point margin, just like that. 9-5 to 5-1. This quarter, remembering that the Kangas had the breeze. Railways have kicked 3 goals too, according to my records. And the Kangas just one behind. Fair to say Railways, though, have done the majority of the attacking and they're doing it again. The clearance will end up with Dylan Schroer. It ends up inside 50. Oh, it says beautifully, when you're hot, you're hot! And Valen Curtis has his second today. Is that 4 in about 4 minutes? Or is this game suddenly, sped up a bit? I think as soon as I mentioned Country Bumpkins Night, somehow that's inspired the Railways to big things. And I think the body language now in this game very different to what it was maybe 7 or 8 minutes ago. Cox in the middle. Could not progress the football. Seagulls, good day to want to get in on the action. Jaron Woods picks it up onto Arthur. Ball's headed towards that 50-metre arc. Yeah, but Railways defence, Railways probably the best thing. Not that they picked a bundle of goals, that's always good, but the defence just hasn't allowed a goal in this quarter. And this will give North Albany fans a little bit of deja vu from the last quarter. Bulls kicked 7 unanswered goals. It's looking that way at the moment. It's time on. I think we've just headed into time on. Pretty much playing kick to kick on that centre wing forward line for the Kangas. Now here come Railways running through. Centre wing is rallying with a long penetrating. Asher was able to get 2 fists on it, but it spills now to the Tigers. 2 on 2, 15 metres out. And it will be number 2, Seth Hambley. He got 3. Albany probably would love a little bit of time to settle. With Blake Tyso, with the headband. Those of us that are these days publicly challenged, such as myself, very, very jealous. Throw in once they get the ball out of the club rooms. Like it is. To go again. Grambridge the tap. Not particularly far. Logan Stubber, of course, I should mention there are 2 Stubbers. Bodie and Logan. Logan, number 6, is your vice captain. He's back in action in Jaden Scott. The Kangas go forward through Woods. Flirting with that boundary line, but keeping possession. They've done well here, Railways. Crossing the field of play, because that's where the loose player is. And that's Dylan Schroer. Comes up to Lombardini, who was trying to break the tackle, in the end couldn't. The 2 5s going head to head. Victory to Drew Wilcox of North Albany on that occasion. Meanwhile, here's a player who's, I tell you, if he kicks a goal, it's going to be one of the goals of the year. He doesn't. But what a great little battle that was, because he went left, he went right, and went left. Yeah. Defence didn't over pursue. In the end, he was restricted to a high kick. Danger umpire has to leap a fence that's not much shorter than he is. And the fact that he's thrown it to Jason Ray, he's going to have a shot. So there must have been a free kick in there somewhere. North Albany have scored one behind this quarter. They get their first goal, and that'll lift the spirits, but they've got a fair way back to travel now. For Ray, that's the first goal I've got for him today, although I may have kicked it first. Miss through a lot of technical glitches. If you were here right at the start, apologies again, it wasn't pretty. Next time I think I'll call a quarter of the reserves, knock all the bugs out, and you're right to go for the league. Maybe that's the way to do it. Back in the middle. The score, by the way, with three-quarter time not too far away, 25 and a half minutes. North Albany 6-1, 37. They've really made the most of their shots. Railways look not too shoddy either, 10-5, 65. I think it took a little while for my scoreboard here to catch up with the state of the game, because I thought it was a goal shot. This quarter, Railways have kicked 4 goals, 2 into the breeze. So 2 in the first, 4 in the second, 4 in the third. For the Kangas, they kicked 2 in the first, 3 in the second, just 1 in the third. Three-quarter time imminent. The margin is 4 goals, 4. That's 28 points. After being equal at quarter time and a 9-point Railways lead at the main break. So you can sort of see the trajectory of where this is going. Hayden Leo gets a kick. One of the 2 wins, along with Captain Jaden Scott, for the Railways this week. See there, the clock saying almost 27 minutes gone. Expect the siren any minute. What's been what, a 6-goal, 5-goal quarter? First quarter was 4 goals. Second quarter was 7. This quarter was 5. That's a long kick, Parker direction. That's pretty normal. Goes out of bounds. Down the northern end. Here at Tiger Lane. You can see the shadows starting to grow ever longer as it's heading towards 4:15 here. Local time in Albany. That's a kick and the snap. In the end. Kangas ball momentarily. Kick by Taiso has not been taken. There'll be another stop. Got to keep an eye out for a really good mark. Oh, they've missed many today. They need 2 by the end of the game. Maybe if the result starts getting beyond reasonable doubt, keep me off the clearance was sort of for the Kangas. Trying to run onto it was Arthur. Now Sumich, he's got a couple to beat and can't do so. Ball was grabbed. No opportunity there, just about in any grade of. We've got O'Meara in the ruck, and Brainbridge have done a stellar job. Although Wilcox early was really giving the Kangas a decent amount of clearances. Helping set up those clearances. Well, our game's getting a bit scrappy, as you'd expect, in a hard-fought quarter. And really this game has just been that 7 minutes. Where Railways banged on about 3-4 goals. Turned a narrow lead into a big one. Lee's hand pass into space, turnover time, but Angus can't make the play just yet. Little bit of afters going on. Ross's hand pass to Ozell, and Ozell's not happy when there's players going up and players going down, and in the end the football lies with Ryan Davies of Railways. He kicks it further on. He's there, and one of the defenders. Charging onto this now is Curtis. What's that on to Scotty's back in the lineup. That is the 3/4 time siren. A good one for Railways. They kicked 4 goals to 1. They've taken their quarter time lead, which was nothing, to a half-time lead of 9, to a 3/4 time lead of 28 points. You're with Phil Herden, with commentary, Curtis giving you all the pictures on camera. You're watching the Great Southern Football League, thanks to filming.
He's not allowed to go away from us. Leave me alone. Someone said for her to look after him, not you. So did you listen to us? Luke. I didn't ask. Lucy doesn't go to your school. No, she doesn't, Lucy. You go to Yakima. I also go to Yakima. Yes, I do. So do I, actually. I go to Yakima Primary School too. See? Lucy is a great. Oh, there's there. I don't think she does. I do. I've actually seen her. Ellie, what else? She knows. Yeah. She just thinks she's so old. Yeah, you should. Yeah, you think you're so old. And you're touching me. You said that's a word. No, little girl. I think he's died. You might need to go to the hospital. Yeah, true, you might. True. You need to. You need to. You You punched me in the head. You need to go to the hospital. No, you actually did punch me in the head. I'm sorry. And I slapped you in the face. No. Stop calling my brother that. Can I come in? Sorry.
Hello. What are you doing?
Welcome back, folks. You're watching Great Southern League. Just checking the score on Player HQ, and apparently our game finished at half time. It hasn't, it's still going. It's Railways 10-5-65, North Albany 6-1-37. 28-point lead. I think it got out to 34 at one point. I guess if you're under 5 goals, you're still a chance going to the final quarter, but a lot has to go right in this quarter. Monumental upset. Oh, please, what a don't argue from Riley Valley. Kobe Keane just needs to check the registration of that semi-trailer which is brown. Boroughs have tried to go forward, but Red Hassel in the way. One of the best players last week in there lost to Mount Barker. Next week, by the way, North Albany are at home to Denmark Walpole. A game that they're not totally out of, to be honest. If Denmark Walpole win that, then they've probably got a decent chance of playing finals. If North Albany win that, then it's going to get interesting late. Railways, meanwhile, have the road trip across the road to Retrovision Stadium. No, hang on. I'll check that in a sec. Where next week is? No, they're across the road. The cross-street rivalry is at Retrovision Stadium. They then finish, because there's only 4 games left after this, 2 straight home games to Mount Barker and Denmark Walpole, and finish again across the road. So the next 4 games, Railways have got to travel probably less than a kilometre. And they got a shot on goal. I think this is Scott. Yes, sirree. I had down, I don't have down as a goal. I do now. I think that one puts it beyond all reasonable doubt. I do have some scores. I'm a little bit perturbed that our game is over and it was 39-30, but I'll let the Play HQ people sort that out. The last score I had from across the road at Retrovision Stadium has the Sharks of Albany ahead, but not by a lot. 10-12-72, Denmark Walpole 9-8-62. 2 points the margin. So that's the close one. This one is anything but close. Mount Barker Bulls have gone on an absolute rampage at their home ground at Sooners Park. 21-10, 136, 2-5-17. That's a 119-point lead, and that game started at the same time as ours. So in theory, it's around about the start of the second quarter, but final quarter. But given they've kicked 23 goals, they might be a little behind us, collecting all those footballs. Back to this one. Final quarter is underway, as you can see. We've been going about 3 minutes and already a goal to Railways, which gives us, I reckon that's a game high or equal game high 34-point lead. All up between the arc and the square, which looks a little bit larger this side than it does the other side. That's just, I guess, what I call that, the error of parallax. That's the side we're on. I'm pretty sure this isn't the only ground in Australia where the centre square is lopsided to one side of goals than the other. If you look across the way, folks, look very carefully. You can actually see the scoreboard of the Retrovision Stadium game. Let me give you a score update. It's still 10 points according to that scoreboard. Railway in favour of the Albany Sharks. How's this for a bit of play? Lovely work from Want to Davies. It's a loose ball inside 50, picked up and Kane Shepherd. He had Parker on the inside, an open goal beckoning. If it was a game of consequence to be determined, that would be a bit catastrophic, but it's not. Instead, I think that's poor Jackson Ray, I think it is, who has to go and fetch the footy. There's a few people there behind the goals. No one willing to get out of their cars, so it must be getting a little bit Yes, it's a little bit chillier. I don't want to look away from the screen to give you what the temperature is. I've got to sort of, but I will. As the Kangas clear out of defence for the moment. Steals out the back. It should be a stoppage, I think. Although, scores free. I guess had to show you were getting rid of it. 2-on-1 Tigers. Alright, I can't look at the weather now because they're about to load up. Brody Stubber into the middle. Ends up with Logan Stubber. The ball didn't quite sit nicely for Lathbury, but he was up to the task. And the kick. Intercept. South Coast of Albany Airport. 4:10, temperature 13.2, feels like 10.6. Not too much lower in terms of the field temperature or the app temperature, as they call it. So it's cool, I guess, certainly from a Western Australian perspective, but I'll tell you, relative to a lot of other places that have been playing footy today, you won't find too many down here on the Western Australian South Coast. Meanwhile, a little bit of a discussion. Whose ball it is. It will be Railways. Just in a little blind spot here. There's just a club room in the way. O'Meara had the free. I think that's Dixie. On to Kobe Keane, the captain. Back in board to Wilcox. Moving with some great method. You sort of wonder when you, this is the first time I've seen a Great Southern Football League game, you may have noticed. You know, top versus bottom, I thought, oh geez, it's going to be like a one-way traffic. But North Albany have shown something. And the scoreboard will show that in the end they're probably going to face 5, maybe 7 goal defeat. Railways keep this sort of momentum up. But part of their play's been really, really good. I've seen worse. Marvin. Then occasionally say that and you see a little bit of a breakdown. And there was one right there. Shouldn't have an attack player that far free in Joel Wong. Once kicked 1 goal coming into today, kicked 18 goals in 10 games, it's only his 4th, hasn't played a lot of footy. 3 games in the A's, 1 in the B's. But he's here and the whips are starting to crack. That was a goal. Some celebration, but yeah, give me a 5, give me a 5. Oh, you give me a 5? Nah, I'll have a 5. Not raucous, lift the roof off the grandstand kind of celebration. I think everybody knows where this game is heading. And that is the way of the league leaders, who in round 11 will get win number 10. They won their first 9. Then on the home deck here last week, a bit of a shock. They were jumped at the start by the defending premiers Albany. Sharks went on to win comfortably. North Albany, they got their win, I think it was 2 rounds ago, and that was against the Royals. And they'll get the Royals again, and they've got Denmark Walpole, and I haven't seen those two, but Denmark Walpole are, how do I say this diplomatically? They're getting their backsides handed to them at the moment. There's no way I can really describe that otherwise. Meanwhile, big pack around the ball. Just those scores around the ground. Albany up by 16. No update from Mount Park. They might just be doing this quarter by quarter. It would certainly, if you were updating every goal, they would be busy. Bit of an underground hand pass. And in the end, very much game of hot potato at the moment. Amira, the last one to touch it. Amira's tap. Scott, how did he escape from that? Then he's going to kick the goal. Play is stopped. What's happened here? That would indicate you can free kick somewhere. The fact that the Tigers are chasing it, yep, it's a free kick going the way of Joanna. There's one goal. Being put on his angle. Just for a case of 2 and a couple of minutes. Juan delivers what I've got as his second. Check Play HQ once they work out that the game didn't have a second half. You'll be fine. Do want to thank the sponsors, of course. I mean, they make this whole thing, crazy thing work. Rainbow Coast Insurance Brokers, great supporters of the broadcast and the league. Filming Footy, the House Group, of course, the Div 1 League is named after, is sponsored by the home group. My apologies. What have we got? We've got Amcal Albany sponsoring the women, Moss Conveyancing the girls, Mattel Legrand the 16, WFI Insurance, the Darryl Panizza Colts, Dirty Deeds Cleaning Services, Reserves and Home Group, the Great Southern League. I miss them rolling. Scoreboard. Railways, probably as we head into the 11-minute mark, the question is, can Railways crack the ton for the day? This looks a little bit more impressive. They certainly got the more run in their legs. And that's a stellar mark. Kick a goal, son. You can get goal of the day and mark of the day. And I'm just going to mark that one down, 11-minute mark. $47 points the margin. That is a game high. I think that was Shepherd. He took the good mark and kept on running. A bit better finishing with the kick, but not a major issue in this case. Here's Shepherd again. Effective hand pass. They work it well with hands. Ali, hand pass out into some space. No can grab. By letting it go, and it will eventually stop. Next week in the Great Southern Football League, thanks to Home Group and Rainbow Coast. Give you those goals as we just wait to see what happens here. Plenty of Tigers around. This feels free. And can you believe it? Bullen Curtis has 3. He's had 9 for the season coming into today. He's got 3 for today. Balin Curtis. Name to remember. Which gives a stop and play, which does allow me to talk about round 12 next week. The Cross Street rivalry, the Royals and Railways, Retrovision Stadium. I think this is also a name game between the two teams not based in Albany, Denmark Walpole and Mount Barker. And then North Albany and Albany after Collingwood Park. There are your 3 games next week. Check your local guides for what Filming Footy is covering. I think we might have some of the standard crew back. All appreciate it. Fill in to give you something this afternoon. 14-6 to 6-1 the margin. 63 points. It's out beyond 10 goals now. It is a case of can Railways kick the ton. They're on track to. North Albany would probably just like to kick a goal in this final quarter. They did not kick one last week, and they have not kicked anything. They'd just like to score in this final quarter. They haven't. They didn't last week. And they haven't so far this week. 14 minutes gone. He's got the hand pass out. Bailey with the ball. Tackled hard was McNamara. Umpire certainly keen to let players sort it out where possible. believe Wilcox didn't give away a free in that. He went up. He went up so early he could have got a breakfast order. But Tigers clearance, mark at top of the square. It is John Watt, who's having himself quite the final quarter. He's lining up for 3. All of them in the last stanza. You don't usually miss from there, and Joel didn't. Once got 3. Another one to the Tigers scoreboard. Now, it's starting to be sort of the percentage booster kind of result with it, which is kind of sad. Because North Albany played a really hard competitive game for quite some time. But it is now 15-6, 96 to 6-1. 16 minutes gone of the final quarter, so maybe 10 or 11 minutes left of this one. You can see the sun setting, shadows across all the surrounds. Almost time to start turning those lights on in the car. I do appreciate it. 4:35. We're still in July. This is actually, you know what? This is actually, by the way, the last round of footy in July. The next one will be in August. And normally what happens in August? Play finals. Not far away now, folks. Railways fans looking for that first premiership since 2022. Well, you're on top. Challenged early. Got better as the game got along here. Finishes you'd expect the league leader to do as it's Scott. Avoids his opponent and drills it home, and the captain gets the ton for the Tigers. You can see minimal celebrations. It's a little bit regulation now. That's Scott second. He'll be happy to be back in the lineup and in the action. Seems to be a 3-way race for the premiership this year. See if I can get an update on the close one, which was the Royals and the Sharks. 16 points, sorry, between Albany and the Sharks. Not quite so close. Sorry, it wasn't Albany and the Sharks. It was Albany and the Magpies. A little bit of a gap now of 16 points. Albany at 12-12. Denmark Walpole, the Magpies at 10-68. So 16 points. Still a chance for a miracle. But that opportunity has well passed here. Again, a Tigers clearance. I mean, they are just so dominating now. I'm trying to remember the last time that North Albany got a clearance, or even got it back towards centre when they were clearing out of defence. It's been a very dominating final quarter. Again, they have not scored. And we're almost at the 20-minute mark. The only way it's gone their way is when Tigers have conceded, which they'll do. 18.5 gone. You can see the scoreboard there. 16-6-102. 6-1-37 North Albany. 5 of those 6 were by half time. Remains in the centre square. Update, yeah, no further update from the one-way. Mount Barker seem to be demolishing teams. They beat North Albany by over 100 last game, and they well on the way to that. They're 117 up on Royals now. And as you wouldn't you know it, just as North Albany were probably about to get their first inside 50, the whistle goes. A mirror the tap. Tigers the clearance. High kick. Marnini is waiting for it. Comes to him now. He fumbles, but look at the numbers. Scott just got it on. Everywhere you look now, there seems to be more black and white. Certainly they're moving faster, moving stronger. Sumich comes in to offer some resistance. Gets a rub of the hair on the back of the head by Keane, and it will be Kanga's ball. Actually, no, yeah, that was. Pretty sure that was soon to home. Because it was a good play, deserves recognition. Couple of possessions in a row. Wilcox had it, he lost it, but no mark paid. Had enough time and poise and possibly experience to send it forward, but waiting for it was Lathbury. Teammate. Now it's the Tigers. So we've got Cramp for a Kanga, which is freed off one. Who's kicked 3 this quarter. There's a nice grab for Parker. What is that? 20-minute mark. He's got to go back. He had an influence. He's kicked 3 that I know of. Got 4 last week. He's got 3 to my count this week. Behind on our scoreboard, which for mine makes it 16-7, 103 to 6-137. So a 66-point margin, which is probably where the expectations were early days. Jaron Woods. I'm pretty sure that's Wayne Tyson, number 25. Recognise that hair and headband from a long way away. The Flies, I got to pay to mark. I need a second mark. No, okay. It was almost by Shepherd, who's got one of my mark nominations. A reminder, Tiger fans, don't forget the Country Bumpkin Quiz Night, August 2nd. Kangas fans, you've got something a little bit more upmarket. Not there's anything wrong with a Country Bumpkin Quiz Night. I reckon that sounds fantastic. You've got the NAFC Cocktail Night on Saturday, August 9. Check out Club Contacts, website, social media. If I could find that information out, I'm sure you can. And make a booking. Mark claimed and paid. I wonder how much that was paid on the confidence shown by the marker. Joel Want's going to go back. And if he slots this, it'll be number 4. I got 3 Tigers, and this goal kicking early days was a bit rough. I got Want, Parker, and Curtis, all with 3. And that hasn't changed with that kid. Another behind. It's getting late. And we all wait with great anticipation. 23.5-minute mark, 22.5-minute mark for this final siren to go. 67-point margin. I just want. I'm not supposed to be biased in these calls, but I don't have a dog in the fight in this one. Meanwhile, it's coming back pretty quickly. It actually is with I thought from the body language it was. Mark. So this is again my headband warrior and Mike Tyson. Mix it on. If nothing else, Kangas are trying to stop Railways kicking it right down that wing and tapped out. No, kept it. Here we go. Centering ball. Only as far as Bo Ewan. Ewan left, right. Oh, let's go left. Oh, I love the pick-up. Hand pass not so great by Geddes. There's a lot of red around that ball. Not much in the way of support. Schroeder was probably the closest player. By the way, can I give kudos to the Tigers? Numbers in front. Fantastic idea. You want your name called out? Put some numbers in front. As the kick goes forward, that's another good grab. That's a good contested one. I reckon this is my mate Want again. I might just jot that one down. Sorry. Multitasking.
Do you want to go on the playground?
24-minute. Good contested 101 mark. Can someone from Railways kick 4? Maybe not.
Yeah, he's climbing up that.
Parker's had a shot. Once had a couple.
Oh, man.
Everyone stays on 3 goals. 25 minutes gone. Margin's gone from 66 to 67 now to 68. Well, have they got a bit of run on them, Northwood? They've got the ball. They've got some run down the middle. Just needs a clean pick up here. Another hand pass, and there they go. All right. It's a forward 50. Bouncing ball. There is no one home. There's been no one down that into the ground or quarter. And look, there's 4 Tigers before you get to the closest. And there's a free. Wow. I mentioned before the raffle that got us Save the Sheep Stadium. The Tigers could have had a raffle as to how they were going to clear it out of defence. It was 4-1. But okay. We've got a young lad with a helmet on. I've got 2 players, Anthony Coyne or Judson Lowson. It's Lowson. And he has missed. But it's an improvement on last week. The Kangas have scored in the final quarter. It is just a behind. And just like that, no time to get too comfy to write it down because the Tigers are off. They've already got it to the middle and they're already running it through with Scott. Scott, penetrating kick. What's that? 2 kicks. Parker is by himself in the pocket. Loads up and yeah, that's missed by a fair bit. And for Lockie Gorman, he has to go and fetch the footy. Not pretty sure this is not a time-on situation. Do call some footy where it's flat quarters. All those second counts, pretty sure that's not the case. Out of bounds on the full, so we'll go back to whereabouts it did go out of bounds. Yeah, that's about right. It was a fair way around. You'd have to say the final siren is imminent. 27 minutes gone of this final quarter. Will there be a last hurrah from someone? Hopefully there won't be an injury, although a few players are still putting their bodies on the line. It is Railways, 16-9, 105, North Albany 6-2. Nothing else, they've had great kicking today. I want to say thank you all for watching. I want to say thank you to Curtis as the final siren goes. North Albany, very competitive for a half, but Railways showed their premiership credentials in the second. That's it for the contest. 16-9, 105 to 6-2, 38. Some thank yous. I mentioned Curtis on camera. Thank you, sir. First time we've worked together. Filming footy, of course, Dartfish, Classic Clashes, custom by ORTC, High Five e-bikes, Mark of the Year. I don't think we had one of those here today. Couple of nice goals. Oh, that's AGFL, Mark of the Year. Kimberley Accommodation Group did the goal of the year. Couple of nice ones, especially in the third quarter when Railways really got cooking. I also want to thank Great Southern Fuel Supplies, Delta AG, and of course the league sponsors as well, Rainbow Coast Insurance Brokers. I reckon that's a wrap from Railways, from Tigerland, from Save the Sheep Stadium. My name's Phil Herman on behalf of Curtis and the Filming Footy family. Thanks for watching. Plenty more great Southern Footy League action coming your way through Filming Footy as the finals edge ever closer. Until then, have a wonderful night. You've been watching the Great Southern Footy League. Thanks to Filming Footy.